Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into a fascinating new energy partnership that's literally building a bridge between continents. And you know what? It's powered entirely by the sun. So let's start with this incredible idea. Imagine you could bottle the Indian sun and ship it to a freezing factory in Bavaria. I mean, that sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? Well, believe it or not, it's the very real concept behind a massive new energy deal. And when I say massive, I really mean it. We're talking about 10 billion euros. This isn't just some small-scale pilot program. It's a colossal investment, and it's signaling a huge shift in how the world thinks about energy. So, what is this 10 billion euro handshake all about? Well, at its heart, it's a giant offtake agreement with a company called Uniper. And that's basically a fancy way of saying it's a long-term contract to buy enormous amounts of green energy. This is the deal designed to completely change the game for energy production and trade. But you know, this deal is actually a cornerstone of something even bigger: the Green and Sustainable Development Partnership. This shows us it's not just a one-off transaction. It's a long-term strategic commitment by Germany to help fuel India's green transition all the way to 2030.
Okay, so that's the big picture. But how does it actually work? I mean, how on earth do you get sunshine from India all the way to a factory in Germany? Let's break down the mechanics of this incredible process.
All right, the secret ingredient here, the magic, is something called green ammonia. The best way to think of it is as a chemical bottle that makes this whole thing possible. It's the key that lets us safely and efficiently transport solar and wind energy across thousands of miles of ocean.
So here's the journey, step by step. First up, solar panels and wind turbines in India capture all that abundant renewable energy. Then, in step 2, that energy gets converted into the green ammonia we just talked about. Step 3, a massive Uniper ship comes along and transports this bottled energy all the way to Europe. And finally, step 4, the energy is released in Germany, powering factories with clean energy. It's a complete, sustainable supply chain from start to finish.
But you might be wondering, why is Germany making such a huge bet on India? Well, that brings us to the real strategy behind the deal, a move you could almost call a strategic divorce.
And look, it's absolutely crucial to understand that this isn't just about fighting climate change. For Germany, this is all about energy security. It's a strategic necessity to break away from its dependence on traditional and, let's face it, geopolitically risky energy sources. And the difference here is just stark. On one side, you've got the old world of fossil fuel dependence, with its crazy price swings and massive geopolitical risks. And on the other, you have this green hydrogen partnership, which offers an energy source that's stable, strategic, and actually sustainable. It's a total pivot in national strategy. A single deal like this has implications that ripple out across the whole world. It really forces us to zoom out and ask a huge question about the future of energy, to look at the big picture.
And here's the question: is green hydrogen the new oil? I mean, could this one molecule totally reshape global energy markets just like oil did over a century ago? Let's unpack why that might actually be a real possibility.
So, why is everyone so excited? Well, for starters, you can produce green hydrogen basically anywhere you have sun or wind. It also lets you store and transport that renewable energy just like a liquid, like oil. This doesn't just create a brand new global market for renewables, it fundamentally decouples a country's energy wealth from where fossil fuels are buried. Now that is a massive game changer. So let's bring it all back to India, because this partnership really signals the dawn of a completely new era for the country on the world stage. And this all leads to a really fascinating question for the future. With all its incredible solar and wind potential, can India become the world's largest energy exporter? A deal like this suggests the answer could very well be yes, which would turn the traditional energy map completely upside down. And to make this all happen, a center of excellence is being set up as part of the partnership. And what that means is, this isn't just about selling energy. It's about positioning India as a global leader in the know-how, the technology, and the strategy behind the entire world's green transition. So there we have it. The first 10 billion euro bridge has been built, connecting Indian sunshine to German industry. It's a truly monumental first step, which leaves us with one final big thought. Who's going to cross it next?